All right, man, it's looking bad out here for Jaron Boots Ennis. Apparently, Jesus Ramos said he didn't receive an offer, and apparently Eddie Hearn sent the wrong Ramos the offer to fight Boots at 54. He sent it to Abel Ramos, and they knew what they was doing. Let's keep it a bean. Eddie knew what he was doing. They weren't trying to put Boots in there with an opponent like Abel Ramos, like Jesus Ramos. Now, Abel Ramos is the one at welterweight that fought Ugas and that most people felt like beat Barrios for the WBC title. All right. Simple as that. Jesus Ramos is the one that fought Lubin and the one that a lot of people thinks pretty good and probably could be a world champion. He beat up Joey Spencer before he fought Lubin. I didn't see the Lubin fight. A lot of people say it should have went Jose Ramos' way. Some people say Lubin should have won the fight. I'd have to go back and watch it. I don't remember what I was doing that day or when it was. But, basically, the rumor was, it was going around. Jesus got an offer. And he was like, no, they sent it to Abel Ramos and they declined to come up from 47 to 54 to fight Jaron Ennis. And maybe Abel Ramos is looking to get a Barrios rematch, which right now it looks like it's trending that Barrios is going to be fighting Barrios is probably going to be fighting Pacquiao again. That's what it's looking like in December, because Pacquiao is ranked as #1 in WC for the contender. So maybe he might fight Rolly, who's now, from what I read, is the WBA Super WBA welterweight title holder of the world. So, maybe they got something in the fold for Abel Ramos. So that could be something. Maybe they got something cooking for Abel. But, Eddie Hearn knew what he was doing. Let's stop playing dumb. Eddie knew exactly what he was doing. We all know it. They weren't trying to put him in there with Jesus. And Ramos is a good fight, honestly. He's a guy that's big and strong. I mean, he stands right in front of you. That's what Boots wants, but he's a threat. He's a legitimate threat. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I get it. I definitely get it. Like, they wanted a true tune-up. They offer a little bit of, money, half of what Josh Kelly been getting for his 10 riders, according to his manager and coach, Adam Booth. So they really ain't offering him much. I don't know. Conwell was coming off a loss, and there was another guy I heard. I can't pronounce his name or remember how to pronounce his name. We ain't heard much from him. But Eddie wasn't looking to spend much. Booth's got a huge guarantee. So it's hard to find, it's hard to pay opponents because all the money going to Boots. And then, he probably ain't making that much money from the gate. So they got to keep the opponent's level low, especially for a tune-up. If you fight a guy like Rashidi Ellis, you give him $500,000. Is it any different? I mean, more people going to show up for Rashidi than this Liam guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking from a business standpoint of view, that's how they thinking about it. So, so I get it. I definitely do understand it. But, people, tired of hearing Boots talking about, he'll do this and he'll do that and he wanted the best and criticizing that guy and say, he going to do this and that and the third. So we got to be a little bit more patient. And if he, does fight the guys and beat the guys that we want to see, the Fondoras, the Zayas's, the Virgil Ortiz, and the Mazzalias, then nobody really going to hold it against him that he took his time. So, nobody really going to hold that against him that he took his time and shit. So, for the most part, I mean, Jesus wanted to fight. I think it would have been a good fight. I think it's a fight that Boots could have won, but maybe the price point was too high, mess with a PBC fighter. Maybe he was too much of a threat. And Ramos is a big 54-pounder. He's a full-fledged 54-pounder. He was looking to weight class or two bigger than Joey Spencer when they fought. So, in a real talk, that ain't no tune-up. That's a good contender fight, honestly. That's two really good contenders banging with each other. Let's call it what it is. It's two really good contenders banging with each other. That ain't no tune-up fight, but, I feel like if you're going to be on TV and your daddy going to pop his ish and you going to pop his ish about being one of the best, I think a lot of people gonna want to see them prove that they are one of the best. They are the best. And I think a lot of people would have accepted Jesus Ramos as the opponent. I think a lot of people would have accepted Jesus Ramos as the opponent. But we already know that game. They soft shoeing it to Virgil. Then might do another tune-up, and then they might go for a title fight. Somebody comments, you want to act like Virgil ain't a good fight. I ain't saying it wasn't, but it was more of a celebrated fight at 47 because we thought they was gonna have the titles, but Spencer Crawford held it up. So understandable. That was their time, they fight, and I don't think Virgil and Jaron should have came in between that. And obviously Virgil suffered at 40, didn't get a belt, suffered at 47, didn't get a belt. And at 54, he's doing everything but trying to get a belt right now. So if it's Thurman and Boots, he had a hell of a resume. He probably got the best resume of somebody who never won a belt in this era. Good solid fights at 47. McKissing, Kavalaskis. You got some solid wins there. You come up here, Mazaliab, Bobachuk. Now he could be fighting Keith Thurman, which I think, he should stop Keith Thurman. I know Keith Thurman ain't never been stopped, but this ain't the same Keith Thurman. But I think he should. But I think they're on the collision course. What I seen from Uzma Liam, I don't think he has a bad chance in hell at beating Jaron Ennis. So if it's true that they both gonna collide early next year, Ortiz and Ennis, I'm for it. I think obviously, Ortiz is more dangerous getting upset by Thurman. But I don't think he will. But I think that's the more dangerous fight. I think for Ortiz, even without a title, has fought the better resume than Jaron Ennis. But Eddie Hearn did his job. When Lukey came on here, what'd he say? He said the promoter's job is to get the fighter to the title. That's his main objective, is to get a title in this fighter's hands. That's why when you see them get, titles, they get a contract extend. Their contracts automatically extend. That's why you see, you got an extension, or won the title, contract go by 2 titles. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that happens. But but so be it. Hazel Ramos, I think he could be a world champion one day for sure. Big strong kid too. Big strong kid. Big strong kid. Big strong kid. So, but yeah, that's just another. People gonna talk about Duck Boots. It's about the storm. You can tell. Another story in the Duck Boot saga. But it is what it is. But if he get these big fights and he win, ain't nobody gonna remember the rest of it. Ain't nobody gonna remember the rest of the bullshit. Nobody gonna bring it up, but the haters. That's the only people that's gonna bring it up is the haters. So they do. That's why you employ your. That's why you employ your promoter. Eddie do do what he got to do, but Boots, they worried about getting their money. He worried about getting his money, and you can't get mad at that. Because we all had our sons, or we was in it, we got to approach it as a business as well too. We got to approach it as a business. So, but at some point, at least we could be on the collision course for Ortiz and Ennis. So, and hopefully that's what we on the collision course for. I think a lot of people will be satisfied with that fight, whether it's in Texas, Cali, Vegas, or Philly, you know, east, west, south, wherever it's at. I think people are going to look forward to it. And, you know, they already have a built-up storyline, so it should be a good fight. But, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.